This is my moment. And no one will take it away from me. And no one will survive. Can't get enough of that song because it is probably my favorite theme music in WWE right now for sure. Well, NXT, and unfortunately he's injured on the shelf, but I had to play that theme because guys, today was a great day for me personally. Well, here's the thing. Before anyone asks me any questions in the live chat, I had a very, very good day today. Something really good happened to me. I'd like to share with you guys, but I want to wait because I need to wait till something officially goes through before I can share this information publicly because I don't want to, it's just what I want to do. I want to eventually share because it may have an impact on the future of this channel. Might have to, not going away, might have to change some things, but some good news happened today for me that I will gladly share when the time is right. Of course, I have told some of my closer friends and family for sure about this already, but again, the time will come. And that's why, of course, I played that song because I'm talking about how this is my moment, and my moment has arrived. And Kofi Mania, of course, has happened as well. And also, it's the Eric Bischoff era now of SmackDown Live. So Eric Bischoff's moment has arrived. And before I get started with this review, let me take a swig of water really fast. Anyways, so guys, what is going on? This is the Club of the Man 1993, and I'm here live to talk about the July 16, 2019 edition of SmackDown Live that took place in Worcester, Massachusetts, the Fallout show from Extreme Rules, and now we're on the road to SummerSlam 2019. And overall, I'll be honest, I kind of enjoyed SmackDown tonight. Yes, there was a couple little things I didn't enjoy. Yes, there was some lazy moments I felt, especially Shane's botched stunner maybe at the beginning of the show. Yes, I get that, there probably could have been a little more, a little more effort put into some of these storylines that are beginning from tonight. But honestly, the matches so far that are shaping up for SummerSlam on SmackDown are honestly interesting a lot more than Raw. And I'm appreciating the fact that they kind of did have some fresh material as well. Some fresh faces, some fresh opportunities I felt like were beneficial and not boring, in my opinion. Well, most of them. It really is only one thing I absolutely hated on this show, which we'll get to that in a little bit, has to do with the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. We'll get to that a little bit later on. But again, even though, yes, I do agree, some of the beginning build to some of these feuds could have been, put a little more effort into it, but it interested me. And I can't say it was all phenomenal or amazing. I can't say it was an amazing show, but things interested me. And obviously, again, with the Heyman and Bischoff eras beginning, not everything's going to be great overnight. Things are going to take time. Stars are going to have to be, built up or, hit the reset button on and whatnot. So even though, of course, the Raw was inconsistently and messy last night, and SmackDown, again, was not too bad, I saw some hope this week. Not going to say the show's going to be, amazing in weeks to come, but I saw that they seem they're trying things. And I can appreciate that. Yes, we had some rematches, but I am, excited and curious to see where some things go, especially for the SmackDown storylines. Just my opinion, though. So let's get rolling first. Check the live chat. See what we've got here. We've got Tyler saying get rid of the wild card rule. I still agree. But we did, honestly, I didn't feel like the wild card rule was as, what's the word I'm looking for here? As insulting tonight as it has been. So I guess we're seeing less and less, obviously probably one, Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt. The Demon Finn Balor and the Fiend Bray Wyatt for SummerSlam. We're probably going to get that, which, okay, whatever. I can accept that. But all right, it's like we're starting to venture, like, like ease away somewhat of, of the, cross-brand feuds that make no sense for SummerSlam, which I'm kind of liking. So I don't know, maybe the wild card rule is going to die. But like I said, at this point, again, if you're going to end the brands, as I said, just merge titles at Clash of Champions in September. Just my opinion of what I think should happen. That's going to be the case. And of course, Robbie says, your shiny, oh so shiny title belt. SmackDown has a much better women's title match that's fitting of SummerSlam. I agree. Hopefully it does have a women's story, but I completely agree for sure. I miss AJ, Ray, Miz, and Samoa Joe on SmackDown. Like I said, no disrespect to all to Becky and Natty, but what's so exciting about their title match? I mean, again, yes, I get it. It's in Canada. It's almost about a year since, of course, Jim the Anvil Neidhart passed away. Even if Natty, of course, would win the title, would be, a cool moment to see happen. But again, Natty's been just underutilized, and really, it's one thing, to bring someone like Liv Morgan back and have her have a match against Charlotte Flair, making things kind of interesting there. But to have, Natalya, who hasn't been used in how long, come back and be put into a match with Naomi, who once again kind of in the same boat as Natalya, Alexa Bliss, who again everybody's getting sick and tired of, and Carmella, who's not even a Raw superstar. It just did not work. So that's why do you think people aren't going to be so excited about Natty being in this match? I don't blame them, because I don't feel like it's SummerSlam worthy at all right now. If we get Kofi and Orton for the title at SummerSlam match, if Orton counters Trouble in Paradise into the RKO, would be sick as hell for sure if that happened. Which I think that is the direction we're going, and I think it's about time we have to have that be a title match. I was just thinking, what if Ruby Riott returns to Raw on Monday and challenges Natty for a title shot and beats Natty and feuds with Becky for SummerSlam? Would be awesome for sure. I don't know if that's going to happen though, because did Ruby have like double shoulder surgery or something like that? So it may be awesome to happen, but I unfortunately don't think it will happen. And by the way, Robbie, you forgot one of your T's in the live chat. Oh, also, actually, before we get into the review, I had to mention this because I was mentioning before how today was a pretty good day. But the one thing to me that was disappointing today was that my parents took me out to celebrate what happened today at Buffalo Wild Wings. We guys all know I love some crispy, tangy, honey barbecue and palm garlic flavor. Now, me personally, I prefer boneless wings over traditional boned wings. I don't mind wings with bones, but I prefer boneless because you feel you get more meat. For boneless, for bone wings, you feel you get ripped off with some meat a little bit. And usually Tuesdays are always buy one, get one boneless. But today, on one of the best days I've had in a long time, they had to change it to traditional wings. So I was stuck with just 11 boneless wings instead of 22 boneless wings, which is disappointing. But once again, I still got my wings, still got to celebrate my big moments. But once again, I will share it with you guys when the time is right. Anyways, Robbie also said, continuity storyline-wise, that Ruby would get the last laugh on Natty, even though Natty beat her at the TLC pay-per-view. I forgot about that match. They had that tables match at TLC last year. Yeah, thank you for stuff in the live chat, guys, and let's get rolling the show. First, we get a recap of Kevin Owens' shoot promo last week. We then got footage of earlier today, Shane McMahon talking to Kevin Owens as he's arriving. He then says there's going to be a town hall he's holding tonight, and Owens, but then Shane tells Owens he's not tolerating insubordination. Owens says he needs to look at his paperwork because his contract says he doesn't work for McMahon. He works for WWE. And of course, Shane's like, oh, how dare you say that to me? He says, you're my boss, and you're not going to let Owens spread more lies. So you have the night off, and you're no longer allowed in the building. And then Owens just turns around and leaves. So obviously, Kevin Owens is not going to, come back. We then also get a recap what happened with Roman and Taker taking on Shane and Drew. They're being called on Cage. I think the Graveyard Dogs, which sounds weird. But anyways, we have this town hall meeting. Shane McMahon in the ring and the rest of the SmackDown roster on the stage. He says Kevin Owens has a night off, but that gave an idea for this meeting. As long as any superstar is respectful, he's happy to hear whatever they have to say. And no one's going to step forward at first to say anything to him, but then Roman Reigns comes up and just says, Shane doesn't get it. No one in this room respects him. And as far as diplomacy, the big dog says, you can kiss my ass. And then he walks out, and then Shane's like, oh, that's not respectful. Roman, you will be fined and dealt with later, even though we never saw Roman the rest of the night. And quite frankly, got nothing set up for Roman for SummerSlam. And then he asks Charlotte Flair, who we haven't seen Charlotte in a while, because, again, I knew she'd taken some time off with Andrade because Andrade's mother recently passed away to be there for him. But Charlotte is her first appearance in quite a while. Steps forward and says that was so uncalled for, and from one family to another, she thanks Shane. The McMahons have been nothing but gracious for her since the day she was born, and Owens makes her sick to her stomach. Yeah, right. But then, who interrupts her? No other than pink-haired Liv Morgan, who hasn't been seen since the Riot Squad was split up. She says, nothing about Charlotte is real, but Charlotte's like, I didn't realize you work here. They start arguing until Shane shuts them down and then calls Buddy Murphy to the mic because he's one of the people that Owens mentioned. Murphy, though, says he doesn't need Owens to fight his battles for him, and Owens better keep his name out of his mouth before he knocks it out. And then Shane's like, you know what? Yeah, come talk to me later, buddy. I think, I got something for you, basically. Which kind of warns me if Buddy Murphy's going to have a match at SummerSlam, which I may have thought of a match, but I'm not sure if I want it to happen. But I feel it could be a good match if booked right. But you'll probably see it in my SummerSlam card prediction as well. So I'll try to get that out sometime this week. So maybe we'll see. But we didn't see Buddy the rest of the night, who, again, hasn't had a single match. And the first time he's actually spoken since being drafted over to SmackDown. But then Shane calls out Apollo Crews, who says he hopes this counts as a healthy dialogue. But everyone agrees with what Kevin said last week. Which, of course, Andrade and Zelina come up and mock Apollo for pandering to the universe for telling him he should prove he deserves an opportunity in the ring tonight. And Almas agrees, calling him to the center of the ring tonight. And Elias comes out with his, electric guitar and says, hello, I am not Kevin Owens, or something like that. Which, again, Elias hasn't had any of his, in-ring, concerts and whatnot in quite a while. I can't believe that's one thing I've really disliked about him coming over to SmackDown, that they kind of taken that away from him. And again, it kind of sucks, unfortunately. But anyways, but the New Day cut off Elias mid-pro. We'll call him instead of the greatest acquisition in SmackDown history, the greatest jackass in SmackDown history. Kofi says he's not going to say he likes Owens, but the man makes some good points. How long did it take him to get a shot at the WWE title? And everybody on stage has potential to do great things, but Shane isn't giving any opportunities, so what's up with it? And then Shane cuts his mic and apologizes for the mic cutting out, even though he told him to cut it off. He then says, this went well, it's a good start, and calls for a close to it, but then out comes Cesaro with a mic in hand. Shane, of course, versus like, Cesaro, what are you doing here? You're on Raw. Of course, he acknowledges him as a wild card, but Cesaro came out saying he's here to pick a fight with Aleister Black. He wants a rematch. So he's like, okay, you're on. And then Shane's like, give it up for Cesaro. Tonight proves he doesn't need to rule with an iron fist. And Kevin Owens comes from behind and hits him with a stunner, which, of course, was absolutely botched. I thought at first maybe, Shane ducked from it, but no. Shane tried to sell it. He did an awful job to sell that stunner, and of course, kind of, made it look stupid. Look, I mean, this wasn't too bad. I mean, I do like how, we had some results from this town hall meeting where superstars like Liv Morgan and Apollo Crews, felt like, they got a rub in some ways. Even, again, Buddy Murphy, I got something, and, Shane seems, want to, kind of, work some business with Buddy Murphy here. So I'd be interested. I'm hoping, that actually works. And I'll say it right now. What I'm starting to wonder, I'm thinking, to continue out the storyline, what if Buddy Murphy has a match with Roman Reigns at SummerSlam? I'm going a little bit out of the range, but look at this. Roman Reigns has nothing right now for SummerSlam. If he wasn't going to be fighting for any of the championships, I thought maybe he was going to be fighting, Randy Orton. Well, now Randy Orton's probably fighting Kobe Kingston. He's definitely not fighting Shane again because Owens is fighting Shane. So honestly, I mean, first off, we've seen Roman and McIntyre have how many matches? He's beaten McIntyre twice. We don't need to see that match again. So, since Buddy Murphy seems to be drawing, eyes from Shane McMahon again, what if maybe they'll have Buddy Murphy take on Roman Reigns? And again, Eric Bischoff is in charge now. You think maybe they'll give Buddy Murphy a big one over Roman Reigns? I don't know. I mean, that still scares me, but it could still be a good match. I mean, Roman's doing nothing else. Why not give the shot with Buddy Murphy? Maybe, but I kind of like this, but at the same time also it's like Owens just easily showed up though, just to stun Shane, and then of course this set this little trap that I feel like why would Owens be stupid enough to come back and try to just we'll get to that of course later on tonight. Oh, with that, but that was the whole town hall segment. We then have a rematch with Aleister Black and Cesaro. It was all right match. Of course, not as good as Sunday. It was just on main show, but Aleister then beats Cesaro again with a black mass, knocking out Cesaro's mouth guard. But backstage, Dolph Ziggler is trying to convince Shane to give him another chance to put Kevin Owens back in his place. Shane agrees as long as Dolph can get him back in the building. So we'll get about that later on. We then get a replay of the WWE.com video of Daniel Bryan pledging to go where he's never gone before. So we're going to be hearing this groundbreaking moment later on tonight. We have a match with Charlotte and Liv Morgan, who, once again, like I said about Sarah Logan the other week, why are they both still coming out to the Riot Squad's theme music and somewhat the Riot Squad's graphics? Why aren't they having their own theme music now at this point? Again, the Riot Squad has been done since the Superstar shakeup months ago. Why is these edited? So we have this match, and again, I never really thought Liv Morgan was an intimidating heel. I felt she was too. She doesn't have the intensity, and she doesn't have she's not someone I take seriously as a heel. She was kind of showing a little bit more of a baby face though in this match, of course, with Charlotte being the heel. And she had some good offense. It kind of looked like Liv maybe had a little bit of a chance to win. But Charlotte got the win. But here's my thing though. If Charlotte isn't going to be the one challenging for the title, well, hopefully she won't be at SummerSlam. Why couldn't they just give Liv Morgan the rub and give her like a roll-up victory like they gave Cedric Alexander last night on Raw, but it still was something, something that kind of, gave Liv a little bit of momentum and gave me some eyes like, okay, maybe Liv does have something in her. But the reason why I'm not going to do the turn alert yet on her for her turning face, because after the match, Liv grabs the headset off Graves and says, Charlotte was right. When she comes back, she's going to be real. Which I don't know if this means, Liv's still going to be a heel. I mean, maybe because, there really isn't any other heels. Well, I'm sorry. We do have Mandy and Sonya and the Iconics, even though the Iconics graphics show them as Raw superstars, which I was a little confused by, even though they're listed as SmackDown superstars on the app. So we have Mandy and Sonya. We got the Iconics. We got Charlotte. I guess maybe we could have this a fresh heel in there. I don't know, but so we do have some names, but so we'll see what happens with Liv. But this kind of interested me a little bit, I gotta say for sure, and I think they might be doing something with Liv. So kind of could give her a little bit of a rub. So then Dolph Ziggler was backstage with a referee getting a phone number from him to try and get Kevin Owens back to the building, which again I'll get to the story of course towards the end about why I found this slightly stupid, but. We then have this match is going to be Fire and Desires, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville, who did again make a strange looking, gesture towards each other. Again, they are teasing that lesbian storyline between them, which again, honestly, I'm kind of for it. Again, not just because, Sonya is a lesbian in real life, but I do think, with both of them kind of being, I mean, yes, Sonya has gotten better in the ring. Mandy, well, in the ring, she's not going to be anything too big, but of course, she's out there, of course, for the sex appeal. I do personally think those two can work a lesbian storyline. So I'm all for WWE trying to go all out. Well, no pun intended. I'm all for them going all out with making this a full-on lesbian storyline. They've been teasing, of course, something between these two. But anyways, it's supposed to be Ember Moon and a partner of her choosing. Now, I will be honest, I thought maybe it was going to be Carmella because of the history that Mandy and Sonya have had. Then I thought maybe Bianca Belair. I mean, I don't know what the plan is going forward for Bianca because she's kind of gotten lost in the shuffle a little bit, I feel. But once again, no, I do feel, Bianca still is lacking somewhat of a character in NXT still a little bit in some ways. Yes, she's been undefeated, but once again, I just see her as just a cocky wrestler who wins matches. I feel like there's something missing to her character. I feel forced. At first, I see this thing, but I thought maybe they're going to call Bianca. I don't know, but it wasn't her. It was the SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley. So I'm like, all right, but I'm like, wait a minute, could this maybe set something up? Anyways. So they had the match. It was a pretty quick match. They win after Bayley hits the Bayley to belly on Sonya, and then Ember hits the Eclipse on Mandy Rose. But after the match, the winner's being interviewed. Bayley is asked who her next challenger will be. Bayley said she's happy to be done with Alexa Bliss. So are we. I was worried again Alexa would make the excuse of like, oh yeah, well, you pinned Nikki and not me, so I technically still have a chance, which that's bullshit, not the case. She can get back to elevating the SmackDown Women's Division. She wants to face somebody that's worthy, has charisma, that she's never faced before, and would be dedicated to the title if she wins. And then she basically says, how about Ember? And Ember agrees. So, yeah, I thought maybe we'd see maybe like Ember or Bayley turn heel in this match. We're not going to heel turn. It's just going to be face on face. There really isn't much to go to the story yet, but Ember and Bayley at SummerSlam? Let's go. I mean, literally, there are two of the biggest additions to the SmackDown Women's Division for sure. Two fresh faces that, deserve, something fresh for sure. Ember, of course, well, maybe on Raw, Ember could have gotten an opportunity against Becky, but Ember's definitely been overdue to, get a little bit bigger push, and she's finally getting her first actual women's title opportunity. So I'm excited. I mean, I'm hoping for a good build. I'm not sure where they're going to go with this, but, I'm excited for Ember and Bayley for SummerSlam. Let's go. I'm ready for it. So we got that. And then we had this interview backstage. Nakamura is being interviewed, says he's a storm in bottle raged, free to rain down chaos on the whole universe. But he turns, and who's standing there? Mustafa Ali, who congratulates him pointedly, saying, congratulations, champ. So I guess they're teasing a match with Shinsuke Nakamura and Mustafa Ali at SummerSlam for the IC title. Cool. I mean, again, get a story to it, but I actually would love to see the match. I think it would be freaking awesome with, Nakamura, kind of, returning and having this more aggressive style to him again, as he literally was like brutalized Finn Balor last weekend. And you can see the match, but apparently he did the same thing to him on Sunday. Again, with a guy like Mustafa Ali, who again, Vince put him over for being able to show empathy, taking nasty bumps, still get up from them, of course, and whatnot. I think that could be a really good sleeper pick for a show stealing match for sure. Shinsuke Nakamura and Mustafa Ali. I want to see it at SummerSlam. Let's go! Like really, I actually do think that's going to be a good match. So we have that one. Let's check the live chat before we move on and see what we've got here. Let me see here. Bold Eyes, what's up? Haven't seen you for a while. Good to have you back. How's it going? Pretty good, my friend. There's going to be a three-way for the WWE title at SummerSlam, Tyler thinks. I don't know. I still think it should be. I don't know who the third person in the match would be, but I think it should just be Kofi and Randy, in my opinion. Just my opinion, though. Of course, again, Kevin, read my lips. Stop doing the Stone Cold Stunner. He doesn't like Owens doing a stunner. That's the same city that Goldberg defeated The Rock. I'm happy Bayley won't be defending her title against Alexa once more this summer. Ember's a fresh challenger. Maybe Ember will turn heel to win since this comes 2 years after she failed to break Asuka's streak. That better be the case. It better not be at SummerSlam, Tyler says. We'll see, though. But yeah, I definitely think that could happen. You don't think Liv Morgan has an edge as a heel? So does that mean she's not tough enough? I'm sorry, she's not tough enough. I just don't think she really has the look of being someone vicious. I think she's just, some people can adore. I think I just don't see her as being dangerous, just in my opinion. But they can make something work. Who knows? I mean, I did see photos of her one time. I thought she looked a lot more buff than she did. But I still think I still think she has more of a look of a baby face. I think, but we'll see. Again, I'm interested in seeing what they may do with Liv here, if they actually are going to give her something to do. But anyways, we see Bryan and Rowan walking backstage. We're supposed to be getting this big groundbreaking announcement from Daniel Bryan. New Day come out. Kofi says now they don't have any more technical difficulties. Give it up for your boys, the New Day. And Xavier Woods says you might as well call Kofi Simon Phoenix because he dismantled Samoa Joe. He's a demolition man. Kofi then puts Big E and Woods over for winning the tag titles and says they're 3 African-American leprechauns at the end of the rainbow because they've got all the gold. Big E says, we all know what Bryan's big announcement is, but before sitting through a 10-minute lecture about recycling, they want to accept the tag title rematch here, right now in Worcester. So out comes Bryan and Rowan, with Rowan by his side. He's about to talk, but then they both exit. He comes storming back with a mic in hand. Makes halfway at the ramp, before shaking his head and leaving again. Back out again, but then this time he just drops the mic and leaves. And I'm like, okay, that was somewhat disappointing. Maybe let's wait till next week to hear it. Out comes Samoa Joe, a wild card. He says Bryan is in the mood for title opportunities, but he doesn't suffer the same affliction. Big E and Xavier are handing out opportunities like Christmas in July. So he wants Kofi to put his title on the line right here tonight. Out comes Elias again. Tells Joe, with all due respect, he had his chance and it didn't work out. And if anyone is primed and ready to take the title away from Kofi, it's Elias. Sorry, no. If it was, how you were being booked before, yes, but maybe I give you a title feud, but no. Then out comes Randy Orton, who says, sorry, but it's been a while since he had that gold around his waist. So he's going to come take it. Elias says they can't all fight for the title, but they can send a message to him in the ring. And Woods like, are you suggesting a 6-man tag match player? Which we accept. But Orton's like, nah, I'm good. And he goes to leave. But then Kofi says, you think the Viper would be up and ready to strike at any given time, but it seems as though he's gone a little limp. But then that pisses off the Viper. Turns around. We have the match. 6-man tag team match. Thank God also we didn't have any 2 out of 3 or elimination matches tonight, even though because SmackDown actually for some reason shows their matches in the corner during commercial break, which is probably why. Didn't remember much about this match, but the heels win after Orton's an RKO on Kofi Kingston. So I mean, even though Kofi had pinned Randy already a couple times this year, Elimination Chamber or Gauntlet matches, I do think a match between these two is definitely long overdue, thanks, of course, to the history from what happened in 2009 with Stupid! So I think we're getting that match at SummerSlam. I don't see Randy taking the title off of Kofi yet, which I'm surprised. I still didn't think Kofi's going to have the title this long, but so we'll see who eventually does. But I think we will be getting Kofi Kingston and Randy Orton at SummerSlam, which works for me. Oh, gosh. Well, first we had Carmella backstage looking for R-Truth and finds him hiding inside a washing machine. Admits he got stuck. She helps him out and says she has a better idea for a hiding place. He's going to have to wrestle a costume. he says they should go to Comic-Con, but he's like, I've done my time, but she explains how he's misconstrued and what she's saying, and he falls out of the washing machine, and they basically go get ready to go to Comic-Con or something. I don't know. But then we have, oh gosh, my least favorite part of this show. We have the Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, taking on the Kabuki Warriors for the women's tag titles. Not only have we had these two not fight, well, we haven't had anything with the women's tag titles happen for months, ever since the Iconics won them back at WrestleMania. Again, they've just been shown that, these tag titles are just absolutely pointless. And yes, we know the moment that, Paige formed the Kabuki Warriors with Asuka and Kairi Sane, that, they're going to be ones to defend. And they've just been dragging this on for way too freaking long. Not just that, this match was short, as Asuka was kicking their asses. But remember how I kept saying, that feud with Carmelo just made Asuka look stupid last year? Yeah, WWE continues to make Asuka look stupid because the Iconics are getting counted out. And I guess Billie Kay was on the apron, not back in the ropes, realizing, hey, I can take a count-out victory and win the match. Well, they would lose the match, but still hold on to their women's tag titles. Steps out of the ring with like 7 seconds left. And Asuka and Kairi Sane just stand there waiting for them to come back in. Seriously? Why? I mean, at this point, the Iconics have done so much to get out of defending those tag titles, whereas they're sick or whatever the heck the excuse they've come up with. They've run away and been a disgrace with these women's tag titles. And Asuka just stands there for 3 seconds and lets Billie Kay get herself counted out? And then afterwards, oh, we can actually go hurt them now. They go and beat them down because obviously they're probably going to dethrone them at SummerSlam on the pre-show. And I don't give a damn, honestly. And yeah, it was stupid. My least favorite part of the show, again, I don't care about the women's tag titles again. Just get rid of them. And again, there's nobody to fight for them. Nobody. But that happened there. And then we have a match with Andrade Cien Almas and Apollo Crews, and Apollo Crews beats him by roll-up. Okay, so again, the people who, even though Liv Morgan didn't win, some of the people who Kevin Owens, put over last week saying these are more opportunities, someone got a little bit of rubs tonight. So Apollo Crews got a win. Okay, we'll see. We also get a replay of what Bray Wyatt's return last night. Then we had this main event, Dolph Ziggler versus Kevin Owens. You see, the thing that kind of bothered me about this match is, why would Kevin Owens come back to the arena and listen to Dolph Ziggler, who's telling him to come back? Because Owens came out looking around. They didn't even show Owens return to the arena. We were told he was on his way back, but we were told he was returning to the arena. But Owens came out looking around like he was worried about something's going to happen. Why didn't Owens just come in through the crowd like Nao enters? That would be so obvious for people to attack him. Him and Dolph have the match. Towards the end of the match, all the heels come out, surround the ring, and Shane McMahon then interferes when Owens is about to beat Ziggler with the stunner, and Ziggler didn't even sell the stunner that well. Owens then stuns Shane as everyone stands there and watches him. And then Owens runs away, and then that's how the show ends. So, yeah, Shane's plan backfired, but you made Owens look like a little coward again and run away after firing the stunner. I didn't get that. I mean, yes, honestly, I feel this match with Shane and Owens should main event SummerSlam. It's probably going to be Brock and Seth, but Shane and Owens, I think that should main event SummerSlam in like a street fight of some sorts. But yeah, that was the booking notes tonight with Owens and Shane was definitely weird. Again, it kind of made Kevin Owens look like didn't make Owens look as smart as I thought he was. But still some interesting stuff tonight, and that's how the show went off the air. Again, weird ending, but so what grade did SmackDown Live for my Twitter polls? 14 votes, 7% said A, 43% said B, 14% said C, and 36% said D or lower. A lot of people didn't like this show, but I still kind of liked it. What show did you enjoy more this week? Raw or SmackDown? 7 votes, 29% said Raw, 71% said SmackDown Live. Definitely SmackDown's a better show, and I gave SmackDown a B minus. Yeah, I see some things. It's not great, but I see some good to come out of some of the stuff we saw in SmackDown, in my opinion. And yes, it showed again that once again, WWE has some more work to do, besides just, putting fresh faces in charge of creative. But of course, stuff needs work. You can't just, throw them in there and take all gold, making it all poop, making it the gold. Some of the stuff is going to take time. But I saw some interesting stuff this week for sure. But we'll see what happens. But let's check the live chat one more time. Let's see here. It should be Charlotte at SummerSlam. Charlotte's had plenty of opportunities, though. It's time for somebody new, and Ember deserves it. He's Kofi's born as champion. I mean, I don't think that's fine. It was Backlash 2003 that Goldberg defeated The Rock, and don't make Brock keep the red piece of shit belt forever. Hoping he drops it back to Seth at SummerSlam. I'm hoping that's what the case is, but we'll see. But that's going to be it for my live review of SmackDown Live. Again, B-. I'll be doing my 205 live review next. And then I'm going to record my Bray Wyatt turn alert and then try to get the last 2 editions, 2 levels of SS Wolf 3D done after that. Wow, that's exploited. So, guys, what are your thoughts on SmackDown Live? Again, B-. SmackDown was a better show this week. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Slap a like on my videos. Subscribe or comment on my channel. Follow me on Twitter at DemandAirBody3. I try my WrestleMania Experience documentary. I'll see you guys in very shortly for my live review of 205 Live. So, until then, guys, have a great rest of your night. And peace out, everybody. And I said slowly because I was taking forever to get to the stop broadcast button. So once again, peace out, everybody.